Mind Your Mind is a mental health program for youth and young adults. We engage in community partnerships with youth and service providers to co-create relevant online tools that promote positive mental health. We aim to reduce the stigma that young people face when reaching out for help, and we primarily use the website Mind Your Mind as a resource for youth when they're struggling through difficult times.
So today we're going to talk to you about zines. So Mind Your Mind recruited a group of super ziners for a weekend workshop to create a plain language, art-based knowledge mobilization product. The point of this was to take really complex concepts and make them accessible to a wider audience, which would include youth and the healthcare professionals that serve them.
Our knowledge synthesis project started by taking a look at a big report, the Using Technology to Support Youth report. We also looked at a summary report and pulled out themes and patterns. We wanted to take the key concepts that we found and summarize them in an artistic way that we could then disseminate to service providers.
So we then worked in pairs and identified really the main ideas that we took from the report, what all the youth took from the report. And we had a lot of really great discussion, and we were really able to identify what impacted us the most and what we want healthcare professionals that are helping us to understand why they need to include technology when they're engaging with youth.
The youth engagement framework that Mind Your Mind not only values but is essential to the work we do every day helped to shape and guide our weekend workshop. Youth co-facilitated our development process and truly shaped the end result of our knowledge mobilization project. And here are some great working shots.
Don't they look awesome? So an actual quote from one of our youth zines is, "When you create messages for us, with us, your messages will rock." So this means that it'll have more of an impact and create a common language between youth and the healthcare professionals. And the workshop really allowed us to translate the report into a language that we can then give to those service providers.
So 9 youth completed 7 zines during our weekend workshops in all diversely creative ways, presenting about the importance of social media, online safety concerns, recommendations for service providers, youth engagement, and using the internet for research. So in David Letterman style, we would now like to present.
So we're just going to wait for the next slide to come up, and it's going to be a picture of a zine that I created. So along with being able to co-facilitate the weekend, for my first time, I got to create my own, and it's called 10 Reasons Why Technology is Awesome. So it's a very generalized interpretation of what I got out of reading the report, and it takes various points pulled really directly from the report.
Youth and young adults are digital natives. They have not experienced life without the use of technology at all. And this has implications that we are just beginning to know the full impact of. What we do know is that youth don't treat technology as just a convenience or a complement to their lives, but rather they understand the value of technology and fully integrate it into their everyday lives. Youth have already bought into the use of technology.
And youth are taking social media and creating entire communities with it. They're using it as an outlet to advocate for causes they feel strongly about, such as mental health, and that's an opportunity that they wouldn't have had without technology. So youth are taking a strong look into their own communities, finding problems, and then making that change by advocating through an online support system.
The majority of young people are online. 93% of American youth are online regularly, with 73% having profiles on social networking sites. YouTube, which started as an amateur platform to host your own home videos, now is the 3rd most widely used search engine. Blog sites are used for young people to share information and connect with each other.
So the current generation of youth are online, as we mentioned before, so it's no surprise that they prefer to communicate online. Youth find they're more comfortable speaking through social media, such as through texting and Facebook messaging. And it's noted in the report that online communication gives youth the chance to experiment with who they are in a way that talking face-to-face doesn't really provide.
One of the strongest recommendations that resonated with these youth was for service providers to embrace the youth engagement framework fully. They acknowledge that organizations are beginning to actively embrace technology, but if agencies use the same communication tools that young people are using, they will be in a better position to support them. This provides a bridge between young people and service providers. It says, "I will speak in your language."
And one of the best things about technology is that it's helping more youth get the help that they need. So through different resources such as Mind Your Mind or telehealth, people that weren't able to get information or help are now having that opportunity. And although the idea of getting help through technology is really a recent advancement, so many youth are getting help now.
Mind Your Mind is a website available to all countries worldwide who want to access information 365, 24 hours a day. It is an anonymous resource where young people can find out information about a mental illness, find out support for a friend who's going through a tough time, and no one has to know that you're looking for information about going to a doctor or how to develop a safety plan in a crisis.
So Mind Your Mind also has a variety of resources on the site, but we also have ones that are available on your phone. So these youth can always access these on their phones, and these apps include games like Squish 'em, which is kind of like whack-a-mole, so you relieve stress, or you can have Mind Your Mood, which is like a mood tracker, so you can track your mood and why you're feeling the way you are.
Technology provides new methods for healthcare delivery to collect data in a new and interesting format. This allows for monitoring and evaluation of programs and intervention to be completed in ways that we've never done before. This also makes it easier for healthcare professionals to modify and make changes.
So when we take advantage of the opportunity that technology has given us, we can truly promote positive mental health, which is no surprise to anyone in this room. So through the use of technology, we can reach and connect with more youth, and through that connection, we can get the right information to the right people. Technology is giving youth a voice that they can keep using to promote positive health and to advocate for the causes that they want to help.
Meaningful youth engagement enhances credibility and relevance for our intended audience, youth and the professionals who serve them. By listening to youth to what's important to them and involving that in more meaningful ways in our organizations, we will succeed in accomplishing what we hope to.
So last little bit of food for thought for you is that it's important that when you're using technology is that you're engaging youth in that process, because if you don't, your organization really won't be successful, because youth are the experts in technology because they've grown up with it, and youth are experts of their own experiences. So to have success, you need to kind of look to the experts, which is sometimes youth.